Hello, we realized from our comments on YouTube that a lot of people have no background in camping and would like to give it a try. So we're going to film a short video here of how we camp in our Runaway. We just happen to be at a state park this weekend, and I think it's a good opportunity to do that. You might wonder how you find a place to camp. For us, we decide an area that we're going to, or just a particular place that we want to visit, or sometimes we're just traveling through an area and we get on Reserve America. We use the Reserve America app. You can put the area that you're looking for or things that you're interested in, and it'll come up with a list of suggestions for you. For us, we like state parks. They tend to be more quiet and not as crowded. The campsites aren't as close together. So I would recommend checking out Reserve America. Okay, when you're using Reserve America, one of the functions that it has is you can actually see a map of the campground and see what sites are available. You can also scroll over the campsite number and you can see a picture of where you're going to camp. So you can kind of get an idea about if the spot is level or the location it is. One of the things that I would mention, because we travel by ourselves and the dog and we don't have kids anymore, we try to avoid camping near the playground ourselves. As you can hear from our video today, it can be quite noisy. I'm not complaining about children playing, but if you're a single camper or you're just camping by yourself, sometimes that noise from the playground can be distracting when you just want to hear the birds and the quiet. So take a look at the map, and if that's your preference, then make sure that you're not camping near a playground. Most camp loops have a playground in there, so make sure you're not camping near there. It'll be helpful.
This is our new canopy. It's very thick. It has 4 walls, so when it's cold, like it's kind of been this weekend, the fire really heats it up. And so that brings me to our propane fire pit, which we love. You don't have to worry about bringing wood. Of a morning, you come out, kick it on, and warm the place up. Another great thing we have is this refrigerator. Ed can put in the comments what it is, I don't know, but it can be a refrigerator or a freezer. Right now we have it as a refrigerator. When we road trip, it's a freezer. We also have our little cooler under here for drinks and stuff like that. Our microwave and all of the kitchen-y stuff we store in the Runaway when we're traveling. And then we hang our shower bags on the trailer. Like I've said many times, the suction cup is a Runaway's best friend, I think. So anyway, this is our setup. So we have a small step here to help us get in and out because I'm short. And under it, we keep our shower shoes. That's a good place to keep them when they dry and you don't trip all over them everywhere you go. So now I'm going to take you inside and let you see what it looks like set up for a few days camping. Okay, so in here we are set up for a few days of camping. So our stuff is all set up as you saw outside. So inside now we just have like our clock, a trash can, heater, light. We have the lights around the top that are controlled here. And then up here we have all of our extra stuff, our clothes. We have this light right inside the door for when we need to come in. Fire extinguisher, my little whisk broom, and dustpan, which I absolutely love. We have a TV with a DVD player, and we keep our movies right here. And then that's it for this side of the camper. So on this side, on each side of the heads of our bed, we have these same lights. And then Ed has also changed out the regular light plugs for these plugs where we can plug our phones in, and we each have one on each side of the bed for convenience. And this is Ed's little nightstand down here. He keeps what he needs in that. Up here we have a cargo net. We keep the remote for the TV, coats, pillows, hats, things like that up there. Okay, so then under here is the cassette toilet, and we just slide this out at nighttime, just leave it set out. and then slide it back in during the day so it's out of our way. Up here is our supplies that we need for it. Toilet paper, it has gloves to when he cleans it out, things like that. So works out really nice. And then you know, he takes out the bottom, takes it up, flushes it. Easy to do. And this is our little heater that we use in here. Keeps us nice and toasty on those cold winter nights when we're out camping when we shouldn't be.
When you get an electric site at a campground, this is typically what you see. There's a box there, and you open it up, and inside there are receptacles. You have a 50 amp, a 30 amp, and a 20 amp breaker. This is 110 volts here, and the breakers for that. What we typically do with our Runaway, because it just runs 120 volts AC, is we use two of these. We have this one here, which is a regular standard outlet like you would see in a house. We usually plug that in and use that for our outside lights and such as that. For the camper itself, we use an adapter on here that adapts it from a 30 amp plug to a regular 20 amp circuit, and we use that just to run the inside of the camper, because especially in the winter we run the electric heat and it uses a little bit more current. It's not necessary, it's just the way we do things.
New campers may have questions about the bathroom and showering, so come on, I'm going to show you. This is your typical bathroom, nice and clean most of the time. This state park, I think, is above and beyond clean. So now I'm going to show you the shower. So this is the typical shower. You have your bench that you pull down here to sit on. I don't sit on them. Anyway, and they have hooks. Now this one has a lot of hooks. You have 4 here and 1 here, but just in case, here's a little trick. You get the shower curtain hooks and you can hook them over the door, and it gives you extra hanging places, but you don't need them here. Anyway, so and another trick that I use is puppy pads. You open these up and you put the blue side down and you put them here when you get out of the shower. Of course, you have shower shoes on, flip-flops, but you can take those off, stand on your puppy pad and get dressed. It's easier, and then you throw it away. So anyway, those are things that help me. Hey, and a lot of state parks have the family restrooms. Come look at this. Huge shower. There's a handheld and then the one attached to the wall. Sink area. And then the toilet. And the baby changing station. We are at the Amphitheater now, and usually on Friday, Saturday nights they show movies. In the great state of Missouri, they show A Snake's Tale quite often.
Nancy hated The Snake's Tale.
Like every Friday night.
When our kids were growing up, we'd always go up and see the movie, and they loved it because she couldn't hardly watch it because she does not like snakes.
Yeah. So anyway, this is just a little bit of what it's like to camp. We've been doing it a long time.
Hopefully this just gave you a sample of what it's like if you got a campsite at the state park. What I would suggest is just do it.
Yeah.
You're going to make mistakes. Things are going to happen.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. You'll have good times and you'll have bad times. Or
rainy times.
That's correct.
Yeah.
But I would suggest just getting out here and doing it.
Yeah.
So this was just a little snippet of how we do it, and I hope that in the near future you get out there and give it a try yourself.